Good morning, world. Here from W.O.R.K.S. I'm going to be your host today. My name is Aykan. I'm 26 and I live in Germany. And what am I here for? What I do is actually I'm a chemical engineer, but I discovered that I want to help people because I had challenges in my life. This is where they started when I was a little child. You could say my first memories I have into this world are, for example, with my mother, we were living in a room where the wall was pale and the radiator was not working. And so it was winter and we had to get through this winter. And these are the first memories that I have in life. And it went so on. So we had really nothing or not much to get through life. But since my mother sacrificed nearly herself for me, I wanted to give something back for her. And I realized giving back makes me happy. So what I discovered for myself is help people and you will get happy yourself. And more of that, I realized that if you give back, people will also start to give to you. And that was not what I really discovered at first. That came like later on in life. And during my studies in school, I was not really the best. But going further and further, I realized it's not about what you learn in school, and that's what I also want to discuss about today. School doesn't prepare you for life. That's what I realized. With 24, I was like a leadership in the company. And I had 40 plus people, which I had to lead. And I wasn't prepared for that. Not school, not university, nothing prepared me for that. And that's why I got into touch with personal development at first. That was my first steps. So that's been 2 years now. And yeah, so what I did is I started a project now, which is called icAn. It's related to my name also, because I want to prepare young people for life. That's my main subject, what I want to do. Because as I said, I was not prepared for life when I started into real life. And that's what I wanted to give back. So our group, or the focus group, is on young people around 15 to 25. And what we want to do there is show how important it is to show vulnerability. Because in this young teenager generations nowadays, it's really common to be strong. You don't show your weaknesses. Maybe society or whoever gives you this idea of always have to be strong. You have the problem that this is really implemented in these young people, and they get a wrong, meaning or hang of life, and they maybe also take the wrong direction because of that. So later on in life, it gets problematic because you cannot, if you don't really, accept your failures or your wrong decisions or whatever. So that's what society does with us. It's my opinion. We want to build up a society where there are no failures or wrong decisions, what you see in today's most common businesses or I don't know, societies. So making a failure or wrong decision is something bad. And this bad is what people give the meaning to what we do. So mostly it's like the society gives something, you do a meaning, and they say it's bad. But if you look at it another way and say, okay, I did something maybe wrong, but I learned something from it so that I can do it better in the future, it's a good thing actually, because you learned something from it. And I must say, I did so many mistakes and I learned so much from them that I'm thinking of making many, many more. And this is what drives me first on. So to give this young people the sense of life, that it's actually not how they believe or is shown by their parents, for example. Not that parents are bad, but mostly our parents also don't really know the other side, what there is to life, because they also didn't discover it until now. And that's what they can give back to or to their children. And what I also today see is that some of the parents are like really in challenge with other parents whose child is the better one, and that's somehow really disturbing because it's not about who's the best one, but what is my child? My child is imperfect. I have to love it because it's lovable. It's my child, and if we could manage to bring this into also the mindset of every parent which is out there, I think most of the problems that humanity has in general could be solved just by that, just by accepting that we are imperfect and worth of love, be loving. And that's the step I want to take with this young generation that we have now, step by step, showing them that it's okay to make failures. It's okay that you have fears, because every one of us has fears which can be brought down to just two fears. One is being not enough, and the second is not being loved. That's the fears that we all together have. And it's okay to have them because it's natural. It's what drives us. We want to be enough. We want to be loved. That's what we all want and what we strive for. So, but you can also manage your fears, but you have to stand and dance with them. And this is also part of what I want to do in my project, showing the young people, it's okay, you have fears. I also have them, but you have to learn how to dance with them, how to manage them so that they give you a push and not that they held you back. So that's what's behind this project. Maybe I'm a little bit crazy, but also I think it's visionary. But I want to change maybe like, first of all, 10 young people, which then also will try to change their friends, which also will try to change their friends. And someday and somehow, I think we will be able to change, even if it's just a little part of the world. I think we will change the world to a little bit better place and help these young people to be the best version of themselves. And
Wow, Aykan.
that's what we want to achieve, or what I want to achieve in my lifetime.
Wow, Aykan, this is so powerful, and I I I just think that the two fears you're talking about, of not being enough and not being loved enough, not having enough love in your life, they're easily addressed by helping your students understand that there are plenty. Once they stop looking outside for solutions, once they start looking inside to see how much they already have, because each one of them already have it all, then they realize how much they mean to the world, how massive is the contribution they could bring from inside out. So the consequence of that will be to love themselves. And when you love themselves, is like smiling to the world, and the world is smiling back at you. And your formula is such a, it's genius. It's such a simple formula, and yet such a profound change, brings such a profound change within the people who start looking at the world, at their life, with a fresh pair of eyes. Failure, I totally agree with you. Failure does not exist. Failure is a invention, a bad invention of our reality, and because it's been invented to be used as an excuse, now is part of a bad reality. And I really believe that you have an amazing vision, and your vision, once it's happening in your mind, there is no way back. It's coming into the reality of so many other people, and that it's making the difference. That is making the difference and the fortune. But tell me, Aykan, I love the name of the project. I love you. I love your ideas. I love your vision. I think it's just so massive. It's a gigantic move. And this project should be happening in every single household, not only in Germany. This is a movement. This is a movement. But tell me, I would like to not necessarily go back, but I would like to understand what brought you to initiate this, because I believe that when an idea comes to you because you can, and you just need to grow. If in that moment in time you don't feel ready, all you have to do is to allow yourself to grow into the person who can deliver that idea, who can turn that dream into reality. And I just wonder, when this happened, what was the moment when you said, okay, this is my childhood, it's all in the past, now is the present, I'm successful, I never been prepared for leadership, and I never learned how to turn my back on the people I love, but I had to do it because I'm a leader, and this is what leaders do. You turn your back on the people you love so they could follow you. So it's very painful, and it's very technical as well. You have to develop your strategic self in order to deliver that. And I just wonder what had happened in your life that made you think, this is not enough. The world is not enough without me, without my dream, without me delivering this vision. So
I
what had
will.
happened?
It's not just maybe one thing that happened, but maybe it's the course of what happened. One thing is definitely, you have to know my parents are originally from Turkey, and they come from a small village where in former times, they, for like, I don't know, 30, 40 years, they don't really had flowing water or electricity all the time. So it was really like the old school life, you know? And so the people there had to take care of themselves there with their sheep and cows and whatever. And during summer vacations, we went always back to our grandparents. And so I saw life there. And as a child, what I loved the most was eating chocolate. So my mother had always chocolate with her. And when we were there, I saw that the children there didn't have chocolate. So that made, I wouldn't say it made me think because it was too small to think maybe, but somehow that thing really, yeah, carved itself into my mind, and I didn't really forget it. What we then did is I took all the chocolate I had and gave it to these children there. And so I had for 6 weeks, I didn't have chocolate. And because I thought, okay, I can manage and keep back. When we go back, I have chocolate. So what we did is gave them there. And somehow during growing up, I lost this memory. And it just came back when I started to, get in touch with personal development, you know, get in touch with my inner self. And so that's one memory that came up. And another thing is that happened, this is one trigger. And the other one is I gave voluntarily help in school for younger people. I helped them in school. But mostly what I did is talk to them rather than going through vocabularies or stuff. So really talk to them what's important in life. And I had one who was really bad at school, but not because he was like silly or something. He was really, really clever, but he was just lazy. And I talked a little bit to him. And 3 years later, now 3 or 4 years later, it was last year, I saw him on the streets again. Didn't have any contact through that time. Then he just saw me on the street and came over to me and thanked me, and I was like, for what? And he said, because of you, I managed to go now, like what you call here, gymnasium. So like the school, which gives you the approval that you can go to university. And I was like, wow, but I expected that already from you because you're a clever guy. And yeah, but he said, no, it's because of you. I said, no, I just showed you that you can. I saw that potential in you. And at the same time, I realized he didn't see this potential himself. And then I thought of myself because I had the same problem. I didn't also see this potential in myself. And then I asked, how many kids are out there who have the same problem, who have this huge potential or fire burning in themselves, but they don't realize it or don't see it? And mostly these are the two things that, yeah, brought me to this project. which I do voluntarily also. And so that's what's made me think of starting something like icAn now. And that's what's made me start it, actually. Yeah. These are the things.
I can allow to say that a leader is based on people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim is fulfilled, and they will say, "We did it ourselves." So
Exactly.
you are a true leader. And okay, so you want to help people make themselves available to greatness, to create better life choices, and to become available for chocolate. I'm always available for chocolate, like yourself. So, this is a massive, a massive dream, and surely sometimes you fear that the heat is going to be too high, or not going to have enough time, but you know in your heart that this is your life mission. This is your life
Exactly.
purpose. And what determines your life, the standards of your life, are the standards of your thinking. And you are teaching people who are the most fragile moment in their life, when they leave childhood and when they enter adulthood. And that is crucial. Wow. I'm just
Exactly.
putting all this in front of myself. I'm thinking, would I be able to pull this off? And I'm thinking, I don't need to, because icAn does it already. So I'm very happy you do it, because to me, this is a massive, massive, massive reality happening already. And you are right. I totally agree with you. School doesn't prepare you for life, doesn't prepare you for leadership, doesn't help you see who you are, your present abilities. People keep thinking about, oh, it's so much potential. Forget the potential. Look into what right now available. People already have it all. They know too much. Even teenagers, even younger children, they already know too much. What they need is a system to become technical about their abilities, to start growing those abilities into a tree, and this tree to bear fruits for others, for the world to get better, to heal the wounds. You have to look at the world as this massive puzzle. And yes, it's not perfect. And yes, got so many voids. But guess what? Because there are so many people who choose to be the missing piece. And there are so many people that they are not aware that they could make themselves available to greatness. They could turn themselves into the masterpiece. And if that means you make yourself available to chocolate, so be it. Over to you, Aykan.
Nice, nice, really nice. Yeah, summed up really nice.
So tell me, what's next? Now is so exciting. And what's next? What's happening right now? What are the events you organize? Who are the people you meet? Who are the people you want to come to you for guidance? Who are the people you think are your ideal clients?
Okay. As I said, the focus was mainly first on the younger people between 15 and 25, which are starting to get into adulthood, and also which have did the first steps in adulthood, but not sure what to do now. So this was, as you said, this crucial time. But then I realized also people which are younger and even older, like 30, 35, started to send me messages on Facebook and everything. And it was really, I was so thankful. And I thought, okay, that now I see, okay, that's really, you should do it.
But you see, I can the way I see it, the way I see this. Wow, got me thinking. The way I see it, this is you basically certify people to become icAn teachers, because this is the process. This is the process. So they learn, they become, and then they start teaching, and you light a candle from another candle. So yes, people in their 30s, early 30s, they are ideal to enroll into your program and become teachers and help other people who are 15 to 25. Because that, you see, this is where the society gets hurt, when people who reach 15 and they go into the mid 20s, they cannot fulfill their life. They cannot see them placed within the existing society. They are too much. Society doesn't know how to deal with them, and they themselves, they don't know how to handle themselves. They don't know how best they could serve the world, and they don't understand why most of the time they are made to feel inadequate. And that's a very, very sad experience. And I know many people who, they're brilliant. They got so much brilliancy, they could, we won't need any light, any electric light. This is how bright they are. And yet they're on the sideline. They're on the waiting list. It's like, it's never enough room for them. They're too much. But guess what? We need every single bit of brilliancy. We need every single one of this young generation who are really the ones we borrow our time from. We don't own the time on this planet. We borrow it from them. And returning that to the rightful owners, I think, is the decent thing to do for each one of us. Oh, I so salute your dream, and I'm so excited about this. So what's happening next? Tell us.
Okay, so we have this kickoff event on the 6th of June in Germany, here in Frankfurt. So we just want to show what's behind icAn, like we just did a little bit here. We want to show the audience what's in there, and have some other speakers who are really experienced in this field to share their experiences on and their mindset, what they think of this lifestyle of, for example, society, how we are really treated in society, or what society does with us. And this is going to be the kickoff event. So after that, the first group will be put together. We want to do it in September. So then I want to make it somehow a little bit like class, in school. But as I said, it's not like school.
Yeah, so it's a better school. So starting with the end in mind, how do you envisage this? What is going to happen in the next 3 years?
So we want to first start here in Germany. That's my first thing to do. I want to see how how are the participants reacting to it. Is it really good? Is it really working? Are they accepting it? So we want to make some test, I would say, test classes, for example, to see how is it working for the kids, for the young people, or for the participants. And also, is it like how I envisioned it? Yeah. And after that, I said it somewhere in Facebook or whatever, I want to go someday international, because it's not a problem which only Germany has, it's a problem which humanity has. And that's why everybody is welcome. I don't look, it doesn't matter for me where you come from, which religion, whatever. I'm here for humanity, not for someone special or something. I'm here for humanity. And that's what, I want to do someday. I want to go international, global with this project to reach, children, people everywhere worldwide. And it's not only, I hope it's not only going to be this part, because I'm also interested in sustainability of our nature. So maybe someday it's going to be icAn Earth, icAn Kids, where we can get
So it's a series of events and happenings, and basically you are creating jobs for the teachers coming to enroll into your program. They are divine jobs, because if I can, you can. Wow. From both of us, until next time is goodbye. I'm sure it's going to be a next time. This is too exciting not to be broadcast. So over to you, Aykan. What is the key message for today, and where could our listeners meet you and ask questions and be curious about it. And I really think it's scope for more, and I really think our listeners are going to benefit greatly from having a connection with you straight away. Over to you, Aykan.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Marina, for this opportunity to have this wonderful time with
Are
you.
you kidding me? It is my opportunity. You are the opportunity.
What I can say to the audience, now I'm 26, and I've learned more in the last year than I have in this 25 years before. And the main thing I learned is I was not always happy, and I thought, why? Because it's all around me what's happening. But in the end, I realized, no, you get only happy if you make others happy. And the best thing I can give back or to the audience is we are so blessed. And what I think what we can do is what we can give back is not the most precious thing, is not money, but it is time. And what I can really say is, or recommend to everyone, go to, I don't know how they call it, but to shelters, for example, children's shelters, refugee shelters, old people shelters, whatever. Go there, give them your time, speak with them, ask them about their history, what they have gone through life, and what they would give like an advice to you. And it's unbelievable it's magic what's happening there. It's really magic because the people are so happy that someone is there who's interested in them. But really, you have to be interested in them because they sense it, and what they're gonna give you back is unbelievable. It's unbelievable what you get, what feelings you get, what lessons from life you get. It's really amazing. That's what I can say. If you want to be happy, do that. Make others happy who really need to be happy.
Wow. From both of us, until next time, connect with Aykan, connect with radioworks.world, and remember, where there is vision, there is hope. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.